there's fun. First, there's this thing which I saw online, which I thought was very funny, which is a nice segue into the main thing I want to show you.
Polite and smart and punctual, it once was good to be. You answered for your actions, and a woman was a she. You'd stand up for your people, if needs be, even fight. But now, if you uphold such values, then you are far right. Oh, we're all far right now, we're all far right now. Peterson, Rogan, Shapiro, E-I-E-I-E-I-O. We worship Mussolini, his portrait's in the loft. Must say Twitter, hi or Hitler, we're all far right now. Oh, you say you're in the middle, a moderate individual, a Gladstonian liberal.
I say, very, 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 very good green screen it's got going on here.
You once laughed at Donald Trump, you're probably a fascist too. There once was...
So, yeah, we are noticing, again, being punctual is racist now. I really got to get the clip. So you're racist now, are you, Father Ted? I hear you're racist now. In the same vein as that little video, I just saw somebody, who was it? I think Bobby D75. Somebody posted this to me yesterday on Twitter, and it is an absolute perfect rendition of what this new era of Doctor Who is.
Welcome to the Whoniverse, have a look around. If you like woke wankery, there's plenty to be found. We've got shitloads of content, some awful, some worse. None of it's worth watching, but it's also diverse.
So true! I mean, the old stuff, obviously, but it's also, I mean, like, none of it's worth watching. Right? I just started listening to the new Big Finish release for the Sixth Doctor, the Quinn Dilemma. And it's not bad, right? It's not bad at all. But it's not good either, right? It's not really... Yeah, I'm only one episode in, but I'm listening to it and thinking, man, I would have much rather listened to The One Doctor, right? Which is an old story, which I already have. There's the problem they have is they saturated the market, and they got it got from Problem B. I got it from Problem B. They saturated the market, and you've got to have something better now, and they just don't. Anyway, back to this. This is awesome.
Welcome to the Whoniverse. Come and take a seat. We've got misandry and wheelchairs and a fan base filled with sheep. Bad Wolf have got this.
They really are. Like Toxic Fandom, they will just do whatever they're told.
Ones you can trust. Just pay your TV license fee and shut the fuck up. Welcome to the Whoniverse. What would you prefer? Question marks or celery or swapping him for her? The losers on Twitter are bursting with rage.
And they do that a lot.
They've all got pronouns, but they no fucking brains. Welcome.
Wait. Whoa. What was that? Was that Mr. Trilby? Wait, let's see.
They've all got pronouns, but they no fucking brains.
It is! Who's completely straight, right? He's completely, totally straight, right? His wife or girlfriend isn't a beard at all. He is completely, totally straight and normal.
Welcome to the Whoniverse. Put your cares aside. Your pallies were in it after him. It's all a lie.
Oh, yes.
We got fuckwits on YouTube and podcast galore.
Am I one of the fuckwits?
And every showrunner's a hack and a whore. Welcome. Wait. Showrunner's a hack and a whore.
That is truly brilliant.
Welcome to the Whoniverse. Hold on to your socks. John Barrowman just posted some more pictures of his cock. We got race swaps and drag queens and diversity because the BBC sold out to Disney.
Oh, no. BBC and Disney are one and the same, mate.
Welcome to the Whoniverse. Have a happy day. Kiwi only got the part because he's black and gay. Fuck you.
I hate to say that, but yeah, I think that's what I think now. Honestly, that's what I think.
Big Finish, fuck you BBC. Russell Gay Davis is a C-U-N-T. If you're a lefty loony or a Marxist moron, that's why hot chicks never fuck you and your cosplay always bombs. Which Doctor Who are you? Take this quirky quiz. Britzy just loves that fan when jizz.
I like Deep Rings. I do. I think everything he does from Big Finish. The only things I can listen to Big Finish and stuff he works on. And I like his work, right? I do have a lot of respect for his work.
Everything just turns to shit all of the time. Everything just turns to shit all of the time. Gallifrey's a tragedy, the writing is a crime. It's too late to regenerate, just let it die. Who cares about the who?
You see, I love Doctor Who too much to agree with that, right? I just really want it to come back, mate. I just really want it to come back somehow, some way.
Universe, who gives a damn? Who cares about the Hooniverse? Who gives a damn? The ratings are embarrassing, fuck you and your fam. But don't mind me, I'm just a grumpy old fan.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh, good grief.
Oh, for Christ's sake, doesn't anyone know how to do anything?
Everything just turns
Hey, this is really well put together.
to shit all of the time. Everything just turns to shit all of the time. Gallifrey's a tragedy, the writing is a crime. It's too late to regenerate, just let it die. Who cares about the Hooniverse? Who gives a damn? Who cares about the Hooniverse? Who gives a damn? Shit occurs a disaster, fuck you and your fam. But don't mind me, but don't mind me, but don't mind me, I'm just a grumpy old fan.
Oh, very good, grumpy old fan. Fantastic. Anything else there? Yeah.
Goodbye. It's good, isn't it?
One second. Thank you, Tom. Hang on 1 second. I just reply that. Where are we up to? So just a reply. Just got okay, fine. Where am I up to? Fine. So that I think is a pretty fair reflection of Doctor Who in 2024. I really do. I think it's a pretty darn fair reflection. But there's a lot more weirdness going on. Let's see where it can find. Where are we going to start? Is this it? Okay. I've got an embarrassment of riches of articles to go over. Right? Oh, fine. Let's look at this first. Share screen. Doink. So this is interesting. There's a bit of a hoo-ha about. So it turns out Disney fucked up posting the Doctor Who trailer on social media. Seems they posted it without HDR to SDR conversion. I don't know what that means. The actual trailer looks right on Disney Plus. For your comparison, YouTube versus Disney. So that's YouTube. And again, however great they make it look, I don't really care because this is just. It's just garbage. But boy, fuck me. But it looks more juvenile, right? Whatever they can do to make it more juvenile, they'll do it. Man. So, wait. Which is the Disney version? Is this the Disney version? No, it says Disney Plus there. This must be the Disney version. So this is the cheaper, nastier version? I don't know. It's weird. What was it? Disney now the only lifeline for Doctor Who? Let's have a look. Plans could see long-running program and even entire channels face the X. BBC is set to announce their listener cuts and changes this week in an effort to get its finances back on track as the broadcaster faces a multi-million down funding slump at the end of the license fee. Well, you wouldn't have to face a slump or even the end of a license fee if you hadn't decided to just cluelessly lecture the world relentlessly. Right? Relentlessly. And you took everything that everybody loved and you turned it to shit. So yeah, I do not shed one tear for the BBC going out. Tomorrow, BBC Director General Tim Davie will tell staff about his pledge to secure the future of the BBC via measures, including a drive for more profitable partnerships, like the broadcaster recently coupling with Disney on Doctor Who. Well, again, yeah, it's like saying we're saved. We're saved. We managed to hitch our wagons up to the Titanic, right? Not really the best of looks. So it's being reflecting society, right? Oh, it's Doctor Who's got to look like the society. It looks nothing like the society, right? It looks like a society what they want to create, but doesn't look anything like Western civilization. Western civilization basically are men and women that love each other and want to have babies with each other, right? And family units are still the best way of creating worthwhile people. So what's Stephen Moffat going on? Doctor Who writer Moffat, not the show's job to reflect society. What was he talking about? Doctor Who writer Stephen Moffat has shared he doesn't believe the show's job is to reflect people's culture back at them. He believes it's the show's job to reflect people's culture back at them. Well, it's not reflecting mine. Okay, Stephen Moffat shared he doesn't believe the show's job. It's the show's job to reflect people's culture back at them. It really isn't. So you've been screaming that this is the entirety of everything for God knows how long. Earlier this month, it was confirmed that ex-showrunner Stephen Moffat would be penning an episode of showrunner Russell Davis and stars Judy Gatwa and Millie Gibson, first series of adventures directed by Julianne Robertson from Bridgerton, Orange is the New Black, Scandal. Now we're getting some insights from Moffat on how he's approaching his return to the long-running series. During an event at Glasgow's Screenwriting Society, Moffat was asked about writing a show during a societal time that's very different from when he was showrunner, especially in terms of themes and representation. You mean, and also in terms of people liking the TV show, right? The themes and representation that you're alluding to has destroyed television, right? And absolutely destroyed television. I don't know. I think you're slightly foolish to think that it's your job to reflect society. I don't think it really is. I know people always say this, but why? Oh, Stephen, this one oasis of sanity in a swamp of insanity is wonderful. Moffat responded, noting that Doctor Who hasn't really changed that much over the course of a 6-year run. Well, up until when you left, right? When it said, let's make it unwatchable shit. Do you really want your television just a broadcast agreement at your face? Well, yes. Yes, they do. The guy who wrote this article, is it Adi Tantamith? Written by Ray Fluke. Yes, they only want to hear their own opinion, right? If the Democrats can do it, right? If the left-leaning people of the world can do it, they will get rid of elections. They hate it, right? They absolutely hate other people's opinions, right? They only want to see their worldview reflected at them. Why? Because their worldview is weak, inconsistent, and makes no bloody sense, right? That's why they need to see their worldview reflected back at them, because they need to be bolstered, because it's just pure bullshit, right? It's pure unending bullshit. Hasn't really changed much over the course of the 6th round. Do you really want your television just to broadcast your agreement of faith? Yes, you're right about everything. Here's your world. That's what they want. That's exactly what they want. Yes. I don't think you ever. Here's your world. I don't think you just try and tell exciting stories. Moffat added. Don't worry. However exciting a story you write, Steve, right? However exciting, they will have lots of shooty mooning to camera and being super gay, right? There's going to be lots and lots of super gay shooting, right? No matter how compelling a story you put together. Doctor Who is very much Doctor Who. Well, not for the last few years. I'm sorry. I can assure you, having read quite a few of the new ones, it's still that show. Excuse me. I've seen all the specials and the last 4 specials, and it wasn't. I'm sorry. You had Starbeast, which was a retread of a comic book story from, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, which was a very light, simplistic story with a tired, over-the-hill doctor, right? Which is what David Tennant was. He was a tired, over-the-hill doctor. And then, in the absence of any plot if there's any substance, they just inserted trans ideology. Oh, I'm male and female, everything together, so I can save the world. Oh, for fuck's sake. And I'm sorry, Yasmin Finney doesn't really sell it to me that she's a girl, right? She just doesn't. Like, maybe that big, thick, gesturing jawline and huge swinging cock may have, may distract from that. Oh, why aren't you running the show, Stephen? That's the show. Tiny little details change, like he likes to suck cock a lot, right? That's a small detail. Tiny little detail change, but basically he runs out of the TARDIS and says, "There's something terribly wrong here," and sorts it out for a while, right? Then he blows up everything at the last minute. Okay, Bob explained. Before noting his perspective, it isn't the only one in the writer's room. I'm aware I'm the old geezer coming along to Doctor Who, but again, you're the only one with a bit of experience, talent, and ability, mate. There's also young people who are writing the show. He added, I don't think it's ever really. I don't think you're ever really that engaged by that. Tell a story. It's not your job to reflect people's culture back at them. It really isn't. Well, it's the only thing that can be. Oh God, this looks like such shit. Right? This looks like such like. I'm not interested in this show. There's like TikTok Tate on Doctor Who. Hang on one second. Let me go back to. One second. Let me go back to that trailer. It's one of the bits I really hated in the trailer. That's another one bit I really hated in the trailer. Kind of hated this bit too. This looks okay. Hang on. That looks okay. But where's the scene in the 60s? That looked like a good effect shot.
Powers beyond the universe.
Well, what's the name? Bingham? There's somebody in a wheelchair there. Oh no, what's the name? That's the kid they're very excited about. Yeah, not really very good. Where is it? Huggy Wuggies. Is this it? Hang on.
Everything is
Yeah, this is not Doctor Who-ish, mate.
possible.
Yeah, this I really hate, right? This is the moment I really hated him jiving away to the Beatles.
Everything is.
No, not everything is possible, mate. Peter Richards is going to sink like Titanic. I think you're absolutely right, mate. I think you're absolutely right. Well, I turned back my 5 minutes. I had a quick look, and there's a thing that does things, and a perfectly ordinary word turned into something terribly, and in outer space, and there's a woman, and oh my God, Rusty Davis shares an Instagram post of the news of Moffat's. I'm sick of Rusty Davis Instagram posts. I'm just sick of it. Sick of them. Man, I'm sick of you keep telling me it's going to be the greatest thing ever, right? Greatest thing ever, and it's not. Things that are things are about to get pretty groovy. I don't want to be groovy. I'd rather be Doctor Who. Is there anything they're going to talk about here? Looking at season 1 and 2, Yasmin Finney, we know. Rose Noble, yeah, all this stuff. Nothing of any interest whatsoever, right? Nothing in it. So, look, the bottom line is, I think the sheen of this new era is fast wearing off, right? It's fast wearing off. Once you have Screen Rant go, oh, this looks like a bit shit, you're not looking good, mate, right? You're not looking good. Where are we up to? Fine. So, Doctor Who Season 14 release update. confirms Chibnall era's mistakes are happening again. I've been trying to get this article. For when did this come out? Oh, only for 2 days. No, this is more than 2 days old. It's it's been trying to get this article for a week. Doctor Who's new problems look very much like its old problems. They're subtly different. Season 14's release plan hints at repeating the mistakes that of the Chris Chibnall era. Following a less enthusiastic response to seasons 11, 12, and 13, 11, 12, and Flux, Rusty Nib was brought back to replace Chibnall as Doctor Who showrunner. The hope being that he will be able to weave some of the magic back into the 2005 modern relaunch. And that made such a phenomenal success. No, too obsessed with queer representation. Right? That's really the only thing going on in his head right now. Queer representation! Must have more queer representation! After a trio of 6th anniversary episodes. Yeah, so I was just saying, the 6th anniversary episodes weren't good. You had the trans bollocks of the Star Beast. You had the tired retread of Wild Blue Yonder, which was dull. I mean, they made a big deal about it over nothing. And then you had the wasted opportunity of the Giggle, which would have been much better broken up into a 3-part. If they made that into one story over 3 episodes, it was a real wasted opportunity, right? A real wasted opportunity. Episodes and Christmas special. Doctor Who season 1 would kick off the new era proper. There's already plenty to be excited about. There's nothing to be excited about, right? The only thing to be excited about was Millie Gibson, and they fired her. The Tudor Gut was 15th Doctor, bringing a warehouse full of charisma. Not anymore. I'm so over Shooty Gutworth, right? I am so fucking over him, right? You should have bought the goods before started constantly mugging to camera and telling us how great you are, right? I mean, why does Shooty Gutworth constantly get on my tits? May I give you one reason right here? Doink. Shooty Gutworth getting on my tits.
People are not ready. Oh, this is so good. This is so good.
Yeah. It's just smart.
People are not ready.
It's not that great, mate. I'm sorry. It's not that great. Bringing Wales charisma. And the full Russell Davis thus far largely enjoying positive reactions. No, they're not. They're totally forgotten. They didn't receive any positive reaction. On the other hand, Doctor Who is already showing red flags that indicate the lessons that have not been learned by the mates of the Chibnall's reign. Season 14's plans is one such release plan, one such red flag. With Doctor Who upcoming run confirmed to be a seamless worldwide release with Disney and BBC. Okay, so he's fucked off about the New York-centric release, right? UK viewers will need to be awake until the early hours. Yeah. Why season 14 release plan is continuing an old problem. So how did this compare to America? All right, fine. So blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to read through the thing. On the other hand, this is great news for Doctor Who International, blah, 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 blah. So what do we do on Chibnall? The Chibnall era then doubled down with some festive fiddling, moving Doctor Who Christmas specials, more modern franchises into New Year, and it felt horribly. It should be noted that while these changes coincided with Chris Chibnall taking the helm, Chibnall himself was not behind the scenes plotting the destruction of Doctor Who history. Yeah, he was. He said he actively didn't want to do the Christmas specials. Right? Not the Saturday night and Christmas parts, at least. The BBC was ultimately responsible for scheduling Doctor Who. He wanted it on Sundays, right? Because this Doctor Who needed... His Doctor Who, first female Doctor Who, needed to be protected. If Peter Capaldi had that 7 o'clock Sunday time slot, his ratings would have been 50% higher, right? 50% higher. Where are we up to? So for a while season 14 is now returned to its familiar Saturday night slot, it's a massive caveat preparing streaming on midnight Greenwich Mean Time once again ignores the cultural value as Doctor Who in the tune of British TV. Absolutely. But like in so much more an egregious way than Chibnall did, right? I'm sorry. Moving it to the very protected 7 o'clock Sunday night time slot in between Country File and what was it called, The Midwife, right? That was only designed to help it, to make it soar, and it still failed completely, right? And I love the way they always scream victory in the first second, right? When that first episode got like 11 million views, they're going, see, stunning and brave, moving on, stunning and brave and stunning and brave, so stunning, so brave, so stunning. Fine. So he's bitching about that. Ross David also already repeated a Chibnall mistake in Doctor Who's 60th anniversary. By regeneration is another timeless child-esque retcon. Yes, okay, I tend to agree with that, but I think that's his way of making it workable without erasing it. Yeah, Schmucko, you should have just erased it, right? And I think if Doctor Who ever does come back, all this has got to be erased, right? I would start with it'd be really cool. You have a Doctor who's a mystery to himself. He has the TARDIS. He has a vague recollection of Daleks and Cybermen and other but he doesn't really know who he is or where he's from. And then as the seasons go on, you get little glimpses of. You see like things from another universe that he used to live in, right? Things that you recognize. You see like a Troughton or something like that, a picture from another, and that will generate mystery while keeping the viewer involved and connecting to the past without making it slavish to it. Oh man, because I think that's the only way to really go out now. Breaking away from Doctor Who's usual TV slot is not the only problem for the Chris Chibnall era. Season 14 carrying over. The far most contentious story element was Chibnall's Doctor Who was the timeless child. A sweeping law change that rewrote Doctor Who, creating numerous problems, divided fandom. No, we all hated it. Divided fandom and never properly explained. Russell Davies' comeback was an opportunity for Doctor Who to move away from the murkiness surrounding the timeless child. But no, he had to dunk on the Chads. Right? No, we can't get rid of that piece of shit. Let's keep it. Naturally, the Gutword debut instead introduced bi-regeneration, which is just stupid bi-generation. A sweeping law change that rewrote Doctor Who's timeline, creating numerous plot holes, a divided fandom, but never properly explained. Okay. Doctor Who's canon has always been malleable by the winds of its rises, usually in ways that can be swept under the rug easily enough. The Eighth Doctor comment being half human and the Valiar and why the Fourth Doctor regeneration needed the Watcher. But both the TARDIS child and bi-generation, however, are fundamental rewrites that completely change and alter the past and future. Yeah, again, if you can't write Doctor Who, which they can't because they're stupid kids essentially being led by an insane man who has drunk too much Kool-Aid. They can't. It's rather than being inventive and working harder on their craft, they just say, no, we'll just change it all. No problem. Taking us on a big ill-advised swing was the key mistake from the Chibnall's era. And instead of steadying the ship, Russell Davies has engaged his predecessor in a game of law-breaking top trumps, right? Seeing which of them could write the most seismic retcon. It's too early to write off Doctor Who season 14 as more of the same between Gatwa's performance, Unit's bigger role, and a tantalizing mystery, a larger budget. Fuck the larger budget. That has not been good news. Larger budget. Plenty to get excited about Doctor Who New Era. Nevertheless, Russell Davies can no longer be viewed as a wholesale course correction, even if Doctor Who season 14 ultimately proves stronger than the Jodie Whittaker 3 seasons, which I don't know if they're gonna. In the TARDIS in terms of storytelling, other problems from that era seems to be going nowhere. Yeah, and I think it's basically because of the BBC, right? These problems come from management, right? Which again, you can't write drama with your hands tied behind your back. what's this? So, Doctor Who doubles down on major Russell Davies law change ahead of season 14. Russell Davies has already made way since Return of Doctor Who trailer confirmed. The showrunner will continue to do so. So what's this? What's he done? Doctor Who has changed a lot. Not really. Was it Moffat just said the opposite? So his vision for the second sex has become clearer. Yeah, everything's gay. Every actor playing a Doctor had to abide with a very familiar set of rules. That being said, each showrunner adjusted the show to adjustments of the show law when they take the reins. However, the new trailer teaser shooting out was 15 Doctor may have more freedom when than most where it comes. To his adventure with Millie Gibson, Ruby Sunday, and the TARDIS, one key part of the Doctor Who universe functions remains largely in place from the for most of the show's run, but Russell Davies is about to shake things up. Doctor Who season 14 trailer is still running with Mavity. Oh God, I know it's the dumbest thing ever, right? Isaac Newton unknowingly renamed Gravity. Yeah, I know, I hated it, right? I absolutely hated that. The second Doctor Who 60th anniversary, especially while we go to the show, David Tennant's 14th Doctor and Catherine Tate's Donna Noble inadvertently influencing Isaac Newton's name on Gravity. Isaac Newton, who's now an Indian guy, like an Indian hipster. Well, it seems like by the way, and his housekeeper is apparently the big bad for the season, or a big bad for the season. Well, it seems like a throwaway line. The Force refers to Mavity on several occasions in a way that heavily implies the past has been permanently altered. Time travel in Doctor Who rarely causes lasting changes to the timeline, so the whole situation with Mavity is a big departure from established formulas. Yeah, and like, how are you going to be able to keep track of that, right? If time is completely in flux. New Faces features a scene that suggests time is being severely rewritten. Right here, we'll look at that. One second. Season 1. Yeah, here it is. Oh. Woo! Woo! That's so stupid.
What if I change history by stepping on a butterfly?
Well, that's not going to happen, is it?
Oh, what's wrong?
Yeah, it was a dumb gag. It was just a dumb gag. Fine. Doctor Who's new time travel will make season 14 more exciting. It can, honestly, it could do if they realize it better, but they're really not. That's what they're really, genuinely not. They have higher stakes than before. Well, again, it doesn't really make much sense. I think they're going to talk about the whole like history being in flux thing, right? I like Maverick. I think there's got to be a significant part, right? But some people are somewhat excited. IMDb has 8 reasons season 14 is making the show exciting again. What are these 8 reasons? Oh, this is from Screen Rant. What are these 8 reasons, right? Let's go run through them. Doctor Who has a bigger budget. That is something that's killing the show. I am sorry. That bigger budget has made it look cheaper. It really genuinely has. So since it first began, it was distributed by BBC, blah, blah, blah. Reviving then became a much more global phenomenon with fans around the world. And again, please somebody tell me what is wrong with it with these special effects. Let me pull this up. Wrong one. Where is it? Don't go there. Go here. Yeah. Trip of a lifetime. I love this trailer. It's really good. It's a really good trailer. Yeah, for this bit.
Tell you what it will be. I'll tell you what it will be. The trip of a lifetime.
Okay, what's wrong with any of these production values? They all look as good today as they did 20 years ago. Yeah, so that extra money is not good news. I'm sorry. And it really hasn't done anything for the show either. Colin Archer says, I think I read somewhere that part of the idea is that the Doctor is something that the Doctor did means that racism no longer exists in here. So fuck off. No. Please tell me that's not the case. That's so cringe. Right? It is so cringe. Hi there. What do you think will happen after season 1 if it bombs? Do you think they will show season 2 as soon as possible? Preach, Rabbi. I think no. I think they will probably. Well, it depends what's going on with Disney. Disney's in a lot of trouble, right? And they're probably going to have a board takeover happening in May. They got like a month and a half away. Yeah, 1 second. So it's a good question you're asking. Where is it? It was, I think, over here. Nelson Peltz, right? Nelson Peltz is going to is the investor that's trying to take over the board. The investor responds to the claims he doesn't know anything about the business. Okay, let's see what he has to say. They say so they're saying, and George Lucas has already even joined in. He said they don't know anything about making movies. You should leave it to the professionals. So he responds saying, because there's a big vote who should take over the board. Hopefully it'll be Nelson Peltz. And I think it will be. They say we know nothing about the movie business. We don't claim we do, but I don't think they do. With 5 big losers in a row, they've lost first place in animation. They've lost first place in features. It's time to change the management in those divisions, he told the Financial Times. So what about Kevin Feige? So I'm not ready to say Marvel, but Peltz said he's not ready to remove Kevin Feige yet. So maybe he's being forced in. Fans don't go to get a message. So he also happens to be Peltz, who also happens to be backed by Ike Perlmutter, a Jewish guy who I think Peltz is pretty Jewish as well. He used to own Marvel, and he had a big power struggle with Feige. People are going to watch a movie. People go to a movie to be entertained. They don't go to get a message. Yes, shut the fuck up. Exactly, shut them up. What about Black Panther and Marvels? The article pointing out that Peltz takes aims at Marvels and Black Panther. Well, how did you think it wouldn't bomb? Right? The former lost Disney $200 million. The latter nearly $500 million. Fuck me. It made $500 million, was it? The former, which lost $200 million, and the latter made nearly $500 million. So that's an interesting comparison, because I actually think Black Panther was a good movie. I really do. Marvel's piece of shit. The latter, which made nearly $500 million, less than the first one. Not to mention the Marvels also made nearly $1 billion less than Captain Marvel in highlighting its powerful IPs. Disney also omitted 7 years worth of Marvel. Yeah, I know. Right, when they're going over all their successes, right? They didn't talk about their major things. Why do I have to have a Marvel that's all women? That's not that's not having anything against women, but why do I have to have that? Why can't we have Marvels that are both? Why do I need an all-black cast? Peltz question. And these questions are foreboding, right? So if Peltz takes over, right? It's curtains for woke Disney, right? So they saw George Lucas back Bob Iger against Peltz. I honestly, I look at the world in a theological way and the way the energy is going. And I think the energy is going against woke Disney. I think it's going to go down. So the bigger budget, no, that didn't help at all. Judy Gat was the 15th Doctor. I was willing to agree with you on this. I'm sorry. Hasn't bought it at all. Right? Really genuinely hasn't bought it at all. Billy Gibson, great. Judy Gatwa, not at all. Unit is back and boring. Unit is back and really boring and full of chicks with dicks. Yeah, no. It doesn't make it better, right? It doesn't make it. Rusty Davis back. No, he's not. No, he's not. Yes, we have Rusty Davis back, but we don't have Rusty Davis back. Yeah, the 2005 Rusty Davis, who had his finger on the cultural zeitgeist of the country, right? We don't have that now. He's like, again, he still thinks, oh, everybody loves chicks with dicks. We don't. Will you stop with your weird, perverted nonsense? Stephen Moffat is also back. Well, he actually says some good things today, so good news here. More inclusivity. Why does this make it better? Yeah, like, how does this help? Right? In what way? Let's read it, see what they're going to say. Being a show that first aired in 1963 and has always been progressive and inclusive, Doctor Who's past does feature a fair number of moments that would not be seen as favourable by modern audiences. Well, modern audiences can go fuck themselves. I'm sorry that you find this favourable. Here, let's just get this straight here for a second. This is something they would find favourable. Let's pick out something that they would find favourable. It would be, fortunately, I have a whole folder of these things. What should we go for? Let's see what this one is.
I'm going to do a quick little cheers.
Now, okay, this weird, perverted shit they find favourable.
And I normally do. I mean, I know there's little babies here, but close your ears. This is just a tradition that all shows normally do. So raise your glasses. Cheers to you. Cheers to me. Cheers to the ones that lick us where we pee. Yeah.
Cheers to the one that lick us where we pee? What?
Cheers to me. Cheers to the ones that lick us where we pee. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So that's what you're advocating for, right? As opposed to
As a stranger, a man whose thoughts were hidden, a man different from all of us.
Oh no! I can feel the yellow face. Help me!
He is a doctor, tall with wide, pale eyes. Beware the eye of the dragon.
You don't happen to have an elephant gun, do you?
Why on earth do you want an elephant gun?
We're about to embark on a very dangerous mission.
No corks.
Son of death.
You stay here.
Beasts of darkness.
Oh no! For the male gaze, help us!
I have made them larger and more savage than lions.
Oh, yellow face! Oh no! So problematic.
Wen Chiang. I do hope that girl Lila isn't in danger. What have you done to her?
You probably wouldn't even have Mr. Sin because you don't want to have the spectre of evil short people.
Thing yet.
Take my advice. Don't. I know you're a wanted criminal.
It's impossible for you to know these things. How can you in the 19th century know anything of the 51st?
Your so-called technology is the twisted lunacy of a scientific dark age.
There can be no escape for you. Let the talons of Wang Chiang tread your flesh!
Oh, that's just perfection. I'm sorry. So that's problematic, right? Problematic. Oh, fuck me, you fucking morons. Well, the show has always pioneered and pushed for changes. And has never been afraid to criticize modern politics or current affairs. The show has also come a long way in 6 decades. Yeah, backwards. It's come a long way in the first 5.5 decades, and the last half a decade went way backwards. When Rusty Davis revived the series in 2005, he wasn't afraid to include, or still not afraid, elements that were not commonplace with the introduction of characters like Captain Jack Harkness, who had both an interest in both men and women romantically, sexually. There wasn't much romance going on. And again, I think that was as far as you could push it, right? I think where they are now with the gay doctor, no. Well, the modern series continue to push for more diversity and representation. There's still some elements that did not appear enough. Rusty David made a very conscious and vocal effort to rectify it. Yeah, and it fucking destroyed the new era, right? I am sorry. Like, I understand your bonkers, insane religion say it's a good idea to be a chick with a dick. I understand that, right? Most people are very find it very off-putting. And it's not because we're not exposed to it. In fact, the more you expose us to that, the more off-putting and the less acceptance there is for trans people in the world, right? There's something Rusty made a very conscious effort, like Rose Noble, a chick with a dick, and updating the appearance of Davros to avoid associating with disability and evil. Well, fuck you, Rusty Davis. You made it shit. Right? Oh God, you just turned it into a shit sandwich there, right there. With these changes, there are some uncomfortable and confrontational for viewers. They're not uncomfortable and confrontational. It's shit. It's diversity filling a void of where there should be content, where there should be good writing, where there should be character. It's just shit. So it's not uncomfortable or confrontational. It's just boring. Boring lecturing shit. It's also worthwhile to see them added in a more naturally presenting, more diversity and inclusion. Time travel done right. Yeah, let's change it all again. Beatles done. Oh, fuck off. I can't even. New mysteries to solve. There is nothing I'm excited about this new one. Like literally nothing. Right? Literally nothing. Merchandise still quite interesting. So this is interesting. You can build a this new part work, which I find quite interesting. You get you build a full 82 centimeter tall Dalek, which seems bizarre, with stunning details. You get free gifts. You get a binder. I don't call that a free gift. All right, so let's have a look. How much is so? How many issues is this? Question. Let's look at your FAQs about the collection. What is the when will how many issues are in the collection? 140, right? So how much is this? So 140 issues. How much is it a week? When will it? How often is it published? You get what, one a month? Weekly. Okay, so you build your Dalek in still about 3 years. So each issue. $11.99, right? So let's do the math. So we have we had like so it's 140 divide times £11.99. So £1,678. So minus from that, £12. Minus 12. 1,666 and 60p, right? So how much is it? How much is a Dalek if you buy a full-size Dalek? This Planet Earth, I believe, is where they sell them. Fine, Daleks. Shop Daleks. So let's do Apple side, new era Daleks. So it's 3,995. Okay, so this is essentially plus delivery, right? So that's going to be expensive. So it's not a bad price, right? It's not a bad price. So it's like it's okay. So £1,600. Let's go back to looking at it. Fine. So I thought it was going to work out and be more expensive. So over 140 weeks, that's 52. So about 2 years, 8 months to get your bits of the Daleks. You get a TARDIS mug. I mean, really? TARDIS mug with delivery 7, a free issue, a keychain. I mean, this is really shit. I mean, this is really shit. A binder for the issues which you're not going to really want. And okay. High quality model with spectacular features. Assemble the detailed Dalek model part in the formidable 1:2 scale, including interactive functions faithfully reproduced from the TV series, featuring die-cast parts, built-in special sound effects, working lights and movement, all operation environment. Well, that's actually pretty darn impressive, I have to say. I think it's pretty darn impressive. So we have you get exchangeable. What's it? Exchangeable claw, and I loved it when I saw the claw because it really reminded me of the movie Daleks, right? Modeled on the Time War first seen in 2005. Built-in lights make eye glow. Okay, lights flash, accompanying sound effects. So the mutant is a bit unimpressive. Maybe I would go with the mutant with a bit of gloss, I think, to make him a little bit more goopy, right? Make him a little bit more organic. Discrete wheels allow for remote control movement. Head and shoulder sections rotate. Okay, and you get 5. Hang on. Copy link address. Let me download the movie that comes in it. I don't know. It seems is this gonna work? Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, it did. Let's download this. Like I got my you get a full Dalek for $1,500 on eBay. Really? So the problem being, I did 1 second. Let's have a look. eBay. Full size Dalek. How much is that? Oh, yeah, you're right. Look at that. Plus another 1,000 posters from England. Well, that's still not bad. If I had the money, I'll totally buy it. They said they got to see a new era Dalek. You can get, I'm seeing lots of bits. Hang on. It's sort from most expensive. Highest price. Well, it can't be that much more expensive to get a new era Dalek. Okay, special price grey model. Do you have anything? Oh, so there's this one. Shawcross inspired Paradigm Dalek, plywood GRP. Okay, so if you don't get the officially licensed one, you can save yourself a fair amount. It's cheaper, right? It is cheaper. Okay. So let's see, seal. Okay, no. These are not similar items. I mean, I guess they are, sort of. Anyway. Back to this. Oh, fine. We're looking at the video that came with it. Video file. Oh, I thought I had the screen open. Let's have a look at their features. Oh, no problem. Thank you so much for sending that. Welcome to the Hooniverse. I played that earlier. Avon lives, baby.
Exterminate!
So you need to have somebody with it so you can see a sense of bloody scale. You have a remote control unit. Okay. Do you think they just haven't built one yet? So it's 82 centimeters high. 700 to 800 pieces approximately. Yeah, so so they don't have a working eye stalk, right? Because that's not real. That was special effects. Working lights. I feel like when you're driving past a motel and they say it's got color TV.
Exterminate!
At least you're showing it open up. But here's a question: is it always like? Do you have to? No, yeah, no, it is. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Exterminate!
Yeah, there's nothing there to show you the scale of it, which is, I think, it'll give you a much better idea of what you're getting. Inside your magazine, crap nobody cares about. Literally nobody cares about.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.